Hey, seconds per frame here with another random item run. This time around with a new character, a new starting weapon, also new map. So why not give it a go? Rules are the same as always, you know, always picking option 1. Unless we, you know, run out of things to level up, in which case, you know, I may choose between getting flawed chicken or more gold. Just because, you know, in most cases gold doesn't really matter, and, you know, it's not really an item choice at this point, is it? So yeah. Song of Mana though, I love this weapon already. May not be the most powerful option there is, but in terms of how it hits the enemies, it definitely feels very nice to use. You know, it's similar with other items that allow you to, you know, influence it by moving around. But here it stays longer on the screen, so you actually have more than enough time to actually hit multiple enemies with it. Let's see if we get the new Green Reaper to spawn again in this run. I don't know why he just didn't show up in my unlocking video, but there you go. I'm glad at least that I managed to get the item involved in this in that run, even though it was at the late end of the run. Like, what was it, in the last couple of minutes or so? Yeah, I believe it was at 6 or 7 minutes before the end. Wings, eh? Let's see what's lying around on the map. Those are our usual suspects. Not going to pick any of those up, as I didn't do the same with the other item runs, or random item runs rather. But yeah, very much like this weapon. Just feels nice to use, which I believe there is, or which is my opinion, that there are not enough weapons like these. You know, which just feel nice to use. I mean, there are obviously multiple powerful weapons and useful weapons to win your runs, but yeah, even something like the knives or 1000 Edge, the evolved version, it's can be used quite usefully, let's say, but yeah, it's kind of boring to use at the end. Let's get a chicken. You know what, besides coming up with a new map and all new mechanics within the map, I would almost think the hardest part is actually making music for it in such a short amount of time. Triple? No. I don't know how much Bracer will help us out in the long run, but yeah. Let's see what kind of evolutions we do manage to get, if at all. You know, it does definitely help. We're kinda, let's not say reliant on them, but yeah, if we do not manage to get other strong weapons which don't need an evolution, then we're kinda cutting it close then. Also, as I've talked about in my previous random item runs, I still haven't leveled up Curse again. Just because, you know, if you manage to get Scalomaniac, that's alright, or if you going to play Llama, then it's also of course built in, but yeah, other than that I'm not doing that again. Also this map should be quite hard as it is. There's more going on and therefore it's more challenging, you know, there's more stuff that can screw you. Traps and shooting enemies and all that. So I mean, it's stage 3, it's gotta be more, you know, more challenging, of course. That only makes sense. But yeah, putting curse in there, I mean, we have a... Actually, we might with this character give it a try, you know, max out curse, but that's just because of her weapon, right? Same with Cavallo. His weapon is also quite useful, as it explodes and does AoE damage, which is needed basically right at the beginning. If you don't manage to get an AoE weapon with the first couple of level ups, you're kinda screwed, and even then, you know, you don't know how fast you can level the weapon itself. But as it's looking right now, we're got a couple levels going. Also, we managed to pick up Cross with a couple levels, so that's also nice, of course. What again does happen if we walk over a trap? Alright, jellyfish, okay. That's quite alright. Do they drop experience? I would think so, right? So maybe step on a couple of traps if you want to get some experience gain, but they're quite tanky, I guess. And they move around, of course. And not toward your character. Which, yeah, depends if that is a good thing or not. It's supposed to be a trap anyway. So, I hope you have been doing well today. All the, you know, last couple of weeks in general. It's still quite, yeah, let's say a dangerous situation going on in the world right now. I'm not a fan, you know. Would have preferred to have grown up and grown old in more peaceful times, which was the case for, you know, many decades now, at least in our parts of the world. You know, weirdly enough, the music in here has an Italian, or at least, you know, southern vibe to it. Oh god damn it, what am I doing? No. Being stupid right now. I'm trying to target my weapon too much and instead of, you know, going where I'm not going to be hit. You know, those NFTs are kinda hard to aim with mouse and keyboard, or rather keyboard only. You know, aiming diagonally is kind of a pain. Maybe I will get a controller going. Try it out. Oh, there you go, more chicken. So, what might we be able to evolve? Well, We got one slot for items left, so there are many options, of course, but as of right now we can get an evolution. Oh, not again. Not again. This happens so many times on item runs, random item runs. Well, anyway, we got Bracer, so we can evolve Knife to 1000 Edge. We got Hollow Heart. I called it Iron Heart so many times, don't know why. So we may be able to evolve Whip, which actually goes quite nice with this character, as we now have, you know, an attack in 4 directions with knockback as well. We can upgrade or evolve rather Fire Wand to Hellfire. Yeah, and that's about it. I mean, it would be nice to get Clover for, you know, Heaven's Sword. But yeah, Cross on its own, it's quite nice. Obviously, Pentagram doesn't have an evolution as of yet. But if you manage to get Clover, it's not only good for the evolution, but also, you know, extra luck helps out with the Pentagram as well, you know. Does not trigger more often, but it's less likely that your items and experience gets destroyed. But I guess, you know, it's going to happen. At least in the beginning it's more likely. You know, once you level up Pentagram, it's okay. But also, you know, keep in mind that every time you level up Pentagram, you're going to, you know, trigger its effect. Which actually, you know, helped me out in a couple of ways. Quite recently, actually, as you probably have seen, I did a quick video on how to get the newest character, which is found on this map, of course. You know, if you open your map, there's a question mark where you have to go to, and just to make a quick guide to show where and how you get this character, I didn't want to waste much time and just pick the Red Master of Death, as he has quite a lot of movement speed and, you know, starts with a powerful weapon. Pentagram actually triggered in, you know, I got it as a level up while killing the Coffin's Guardian, where this character is in, and so, you know, it definitely shaved off some time, as I didn't bother to kill anything and just went straight there. But damn it, should go to some candles. Yeah, definitely need more, you know, damage to the side, so Whip would actually be amazing here. You know, if you listen in-game. Yeah, there I go dying. Yeah, I'm falling behind in damage. Mostly having regular items instead of, you know, more weapons kind of hurts. We don't have good defensive weapons. Well, none other than Cross, of course, and well, you could consider Pentagram a defensive weapon as well, but, you know, I can never remember how long it takes, so it isn't really reliable. Yeah, no. That's not going to work out for us, is it? Yeah, the problem with this weapon, you know, and getting away from enemies is the path is so narrow. And the enemies are quite tough already, so there's some chicken, thank God. And only escaping doesn't help us as well, as we've, you know, we had the same problem many times before. Just, you know, if you stop gathering experience quickly enough, you know, the game is going to punish you for it. Enemies will get harder. Spinach. What wouldn't I give for garlic down there? Well, let's just, you know, make use of the terrain here, I guess. This should help, I guess. Also wouldn't say no to Pomerola right there, you know, just because no, I can't stay there, fuck my life. I don't wanna die already. No chicken, god damn it. This map is definitely hard. So I'm doing it again. Yeah, look how small the area is. Knife, alright. This may help out in terms of, you know, damage to the side, of course. Ebony wings, eh? Well, if you do manage to get Pigeon, we should be fine. Come on. Spellbinder, alright. Maybe King's Bible. No, sometimes game's merciful. But I guess it mostly became tired of my shit. But you know, it's a little more fun. You know, at a decent run while unlocking the evolution. I would like to see this weapon on another character though. And you know what, at least we've seen Scum already, so it shouldn't show up for a while. How likely is it though to get both birds? I don't know. A track dog, okay, I like it. Something that was sorely missing last run. But you know, if you get surrounded and have difficulty staying alive, it definitely does help to, you know, get the experience from enemies you do manage to kill without getting too close. Yeah, take that. Yeah, it's quite powerful. But not powerful enough, you know, the problem is late game scaling. Does enough on its own, but has to be complemented by something. Ebony wing. Yeah, Ebony wing doesn't do much for us. Not this early anyways. I can't really rely on it. The longer this goes on, the less space I have to, you know, move where it goes. Which I'm mostly not paying attention to anyways, to be honest. But yeah, especially when we have a tight corridor through which to escape, you know. Can't really give a shit about anything else. Well, at least we get a triple chest out of it. So that's nice to see, yeah. Give me more levels. Though I wouldn't mind getting Scanomaniac. And I definitely see why they combined that with this item, you know, because imagine you evolve it and you wouldn't have the effect of the curse, you know, basically, you know, more enemies with higher movement speed but also higher health. Higher health is the important part here, because if that wasn't the case, you could just walk around shredding everything. It's just that powerful, you know. So this is kind of to counterbalance that fact, I guess. I mean, of course, they could have made it a little less powerful instead, but yeah. I still believe it goes nicely. You know, even though enemies do get increased health through more curse, it still does quite decent damage on its own, so... If you manage to get this item early, you're basically golden. So I'm not saying I want it right now, but yeah, I kinda want it right now. This was... It would help with all our problems right now. I'm still not the best at moving around, obviously. Which I would have to say is actually a... You know, not a requirement, but definitely does help out a lot if you manage to do so reliably while doing a random item run. Though I gotta say, you know, from what the little content from what I've seen on YouTube, it's almost feels like I'm the only one doing stupid shit like this on a regular basis, although I haven't done so over the last week just because, you know, because of personal reasons, you know. Basically, I took some time off. There were also some cultural events going on, and no, I don't mean the conflict, just, you know, in our area of the world. Was a good time to now take a couple of days off as well. A little vacation. Just to relax, you know. Charge my batteries. Sorely needed it. I hadn't had much sleep in the weeks before that. But I guess I'm good again now, as I'm doing videos again. Guess my upload schedule kinda reflects my ease of mind to a certain extent. Which is to be expected, you know. This game is sadly still, or not sadly, but it has quite the update schedule, right? It's updates basically weekly, so gotta keep up with that. I'm not trying to hog the trend, but well, not too much anyway, but it definitely does help to make videos as soon as the content is out there, you know. Even though I'm still doing this for fun, you know. Quite still like the process. It's yeah, definitely does help to, you know, see bigger numbers. And also if I don't manage to grow, you know, week by week, month by month, or whatever metric you want to go by, I don't care much, as long as I'm growing a little every once in a while. Yeah, there still might be a chance to, you know, get monetized eventually. Otherwise, you know, I could just I don't know, do something else. though I won't get demoralized that easily, you know. Like I said, in the first place I'm not here for getting monetized, but it sure would be nice, you know, just to help out with income and, you know, being able to live somewhat decently off of it would be, you know, a dream come true, just to have a flexible job. That's basically what it comes down to, and also, you know, doing what I love for, you know, and have loved for so many years. We will see. Oh, quite recently I got into a game called Observation Duty with my girlfriend. I thought it a nice almost party game, you know, where you can sit there with multiple people playing through, you know, group observation. But the basic premise is like, it's kind of like a mixture of those, you know, spot the difference pictures combined with Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Where you're basically tasked with finding anomalies in a house or something similar. Let's say you have like different cameras set up, you know, like Paranormal Activity or something like that, where you have one in the living room, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, in the bathroom, all that. And then you're cycling through and trying to find shit that's just weird, you know. A chair has been moved, the door has been opened, you know, some ghost is going around, or an intruder or something like that. And of course you have to report it incorrectly, you know, which room have you seen it in, and also what kind of anomaly is it, because sometimes, you know, it's wrong. Now, if there's too many anomalies going on, then, you know, it's game over. And you have to live through the night, basically, like I said, in like Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Which takes about, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes or so, you know. But yeah, you have to really memorize how everything looks and spot sometimes subtle differences. Also, every time you put in a report, the reporting function goes on a cooldown. If you are correct, you know, the anomaly gets cleared. There's a message for that. But if you're wrong, you know, it doesn't penalize you directly, but the action to report the anomaly goes on cooldown. So, you know, if there's suddenly stuff going on in multiple rooms, you know, it might cost you the run. But yeah, it's quite fun, and also, you know, there's always potential for, you know, spookiness. So I thought it the perfect game to, you know, playing at night with my girlfriend, just to spook us a little, you know, have something to play together. She's well, basically the total opposite of a gamer, so, you know, she does have no practice or intuition with playing herself. Oh, lightning ring, that's nice. But, you know, this is the perfect kind of game where it doesn't rely on any kind of input from her, or, you know, the simplest form of input, that is to say, you know, press the right or left arrow to cycle the cameras and, you know, choose an option to report, which does get, you know, easier once you start memorizing where everything is. Okay, there's a Reaper. Also a boss here. Seems like we're doing a little better here. Just talking about stuff and, you know, intuitively moving away from enemies seems to be working out better for me. Instead of, you know, just actively looking where I'm going. So I'm going to stick with that. But yeah, there's 4 games in the series. Although the third game is quite different from the others, as it's in first person and you're walking around with your smartphone taking pictures of anomalies, so it's kind of different that way, but yeah, still quite nice. We didn't manage to finish the first game completely though, you know, only half of the levels, and most games only have like 2 to 3 levels, which sounds weird, right? You know, a game with like 2 levels, but well, it takes you quite some hours to, you know, get through there, and also I think it's, you know, it value adds up. Also the games are like $1 to $2 a piece, and you can buy a bundle for like 8, at least in my currency, so it's under $10 definitely. So that's quite cheap. Ugh. I had a little sneeze there. Yeah, get wrecked. Something different right now, I believe, is this character's passive is kicking in, which allows our main weapon to stay on the screen way longer, so that yeah, it kills my enemies. It's like a elongated center water basically, which is quite cool. Boomer roller also does help out, yeah. Like I said, garlic would be nice at this point as well, still. Should just, I mean, it's the Song of Mana, right? So maybe I should dance around a little and make the most use out of it. More damage in an area. But yeah, if you haven't heard about the game, you know, definitely check it out. It's, like I said, it's called Observation Duty. You find it on Steam. I also believe there's a free version of that on itch, as it started as an itch.io game. So, you know, if you want to demo it, try it out. Although I don't believe there's also secrets in the game and all that, you know, there's some amount of lore to it, although it's basic and weird in a way. I haven't figured out most stuff on my own yet, and also, you know, just recently started. You know, actually I was considering making a video about it, but I was thinking, you know, maybe I'm not the right person for the job. You know, usually with scary games you see people, you know, reacting a little more strongly to what is shown, so, which makes it more, you know, fun to watch. Although I quite dislike if, you know, it's just fake screaming and overreacting, then it's kind of shit. But if people, you know, generally get scared, which I do, you know, I'm not that unscarable, you know, like some people. Like Most Critical, for example, you know, Charlie on YouTube. He's like the most stoic person I've ever experienced, so, which, you know, has its charm, definitely. Quite like watching him play scary games as well, but yeah, as I've played some of it, you know, it does of course get less scary over time, so I don't know if that is something that has that much of an impact. And, you know, almost nobody knows me, so I don't really know. But I might, you know, just to test it out. Just to test it out. Alrighty, right. Yeah, our damage is sorely lacking. Though we haven't died yet. I jinxed myself now, haven't I? I'm never going to reach that chest again. I don't know why they are funneling me to the south here. God damn. There's too many enemies. There's too many. Gotta get out of here. Chicken, chicken, please, chicken. Give me some chicken, god damn it, game. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? There's never chicken if you need it, you know. You know this already? Well, at least I've not gotten armor again. I don't know where I'm going anymore. My brain can't comprehend where. Oh, there is the chest, alright. Probably better off not going for it. Oh well. Yeah, this map is hard, man. What can I say? Yeah, look at the damage done. It's so low. Yeah, going almost 20 minutes without evolutions. It's quite ridiculous. But anyways, guys, that's it for this run. See you around in the next episode. If you liked the video, of course, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Or don't, it's up to you. And I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.